Hello. Are we live? I think we're getting ready to. Here we go. All right. Welcome, everyone. All the new icons to the Facebook group. I am thrilled you are here saying yes to yourself and to elevating your style and image because we all know that the style makes the sell. I wanted to take this opportunity to go live because while I was at the gym this morning, I thought of you ladies. I'm going to be 50 actually this weekend, and I was at the gym. And I regularly used to work out my whole life. I love to work out. However, when I was 40, I was having some health concerns with my heart and it was causing some problems. And I got out of the habit of working out on a regular basis. And while I was there, or before I went, I just wasn't feeling like going. That muscle hasn't re it's getting there, right? It's getting a little bit stronger as I'm doing the reps of working out, but it's not a habit yet. And as I'm making it a habit to work out, it's actually putting stress on my body. When you are building muscle, you're adding stress in a healthy way to be able to develop, right? And to grow. And it's happening to me emotionally to actually talk myself and coach myself into going and doing something different that I haven't been in the habit of doing in a while, right? I'm having to strengthen that habit and that muscle, and it's putting a little bit of stress, healthy stress, into making change. If we want to see change physically in our body, we have to make different choices. If we want to see change in our life, we have to make different decisions. And it all comes down to, are we willing to make the changes necessary to think differently and make those different choices, to apply the stress that's going to build that muscle, to physically, to build the decision into going to the gym. It's a decision that I have to make intentionally, do differently to see change. And everything that we currently have in our life was from decisions. The clothes that you have in your closet right now were bought from the mindset of who you were at the time. The clothes that you chose to wear today were based off of the decisions that you felt about yourself this morning. The decisions that we make have everything to do with how we're thinking. And I know that we've heard that if, wanting something different and then doing the same thing and expecting a different result is insanity. Well, we know that isn't the actual definition, but it's been repeated so much that we understand that we can't expect to see any changes in our life if we are showing up the same way. Which is why it's so important that we understand what we're thinking about ourselves, because we live in our life. The way that we are experiencing life is in how we feel throughout our whole life. How you are feeling, how you feel right now, how you felt this morning, how you're going to feel tonight is how you are experiencing life. That is how our experiences come from. So how you were feeling about yourself when you got dressed this morning is what you were experiencing and who you were being. We are focused this week inside the Iconic Women Mastermind on creating the thoughts that we want to have about ourselves so that we are creating that feeling that we so desperately want to have in our lives, how we want to see ourselves. These thoughts are aspirational. If you already feel confident and friendly, then we don't want to use those words in your style icon statement. We want this to be an opportunity for growth. We want to apply a little bit of stress to make the change to see yourself differently. What little tweaks can we make that's going to help you see yourself at the next level you? Now, you're already her, right? We already know that you are her, but we need to remind ourselves who we are. At Listing Queen Live, beginning of October, I shared a story about the lion cub. He was adopted by a local farmer and raised by the goats on his farm. And he ate like a goat, talked like a goat, well, bleated like a goat. He embodied being a goat. He lived that way. He was surrounded by goats, and he believed he was a goat. And then one day, a lion came and scared all the goats, and they went running along with the lion cub. The lion approaches the cub and asks him, "When I roared, why did you run? Why are you scared?" And he's like, "Because you're a lion." And the lion had to tell him, "You are not a goat. Look at your paws. You don't have hooves like a goat. Look at your fur. You have fur, not hair. Look in the reflection. Look at yourself. You are not a goat. You are a lion." It had to be pointed out to the cub that he was a lion. And sometimes when we're running around a bunch of goats, we think we are a goat. But you are not. You are an icon. And that's what we do here in this Facebook group, is remind ourselves who you are. You are a real estate icon. So it's time to act like one. It's time to dress like one. It's time to think like one, so that you can feel like the icon that you are, so you could experience your life differently. And when you feel like an icon, you act like an icon. When you feel like a goat, you act like a goat. You no longer have to be scared. You can show up in the full power that you are and start acting like an icon. But what we do know is that we need to think like one before we will be able to act like one. So that's what we need those words to be. Something, if we want to change how we see ourselves, change and elevate our image, our style, our confidence, we're going to have to think differently than we've been. And it's time to make sure that we solidify that with your style icon I am statement. Who are you? Who do you need to remind yourself who you are, what you're capable of, what you have the capacity for? Pushing ourselves just a little bit further, because we all know that we like to feel comfortable, cozy at home, watching Dancing with the Stars, and not have to worry about doing all the things that will create our legacy and build our business and to create the change that we know we can do in this world. And we're not going to be able to do it by staying comfortable. We're not going to be able to become our full potential by doing what we've always been doing. So we're going to think of ourselves differently by using the style icon statement. I love the story about the fly. When a fly, you've all seen it, right? When they've been trapped in our home and the fly wants to get out and it can see it through the glass and it just keeps hitting and hitting and hitting the glass pane. And no matter how hard she keeps hitting that pane, she's not going to be able to get through that window. Little does that poor fly realize before it ends up just exhausting itself on the window pane and dies on the windowsill. It could have just gone a few feet to the right, had the door open, and just fly out. No amount of working is going to help that fly get through the window. It's not going to happen. But with a little bit of coaching, with a little bit of direction, it could use way less energy and just slide through the door and go outside where it wants to go. That's what we each get to do when you hire a coach, when you join Iconic Women Mastermind. You get me to guide you with your image and style to where that door is, to where it feels easy. It's going to take a little bit of work, right? You got to move your way and go out the door to where you want to go. But it might seem impossible when you've been hitting yourself against that window pane and you think, I'm not worthy. My body is too fill in the blank. I am not capable of being an icon. All those thoughts that you think and you say to yourself as you're hitting yourself against that window pane like that fly, trying but hitting, exhausting yourself. When you join the Iconic Women Mastermind, I let you know what your best colors are. The makeup colors, polished colors even, branding colors, your best silhouettes. There's great silhouettes for every body shape and not so great silhouettes for every body shape. No matter what you think about yourself, your body, no matter what kind of lies you've been told, you are capable. You are beautiful. And you are an icon. And I am here to show you who you are and remind you who you truly are. All you've got to do is step into the Iconic Women Mastermind. Ladies, it is priced right now at $500. You know, I was going to increase the price to $1,000 because I was told that the value is way more, which it is. I know that. Color analysis alone used to be $497. The style appointment, $250. Guide, $250, right? To really like sit there and create this one-on-one. That's what the value is. Just for those couple things. For a year of coaching, style coaching, image coaching, elevating your image and brand, $500. It's insane. But that is the price that I was inspired to price it at when I was watching church before I launched this. I had the name since the beginning of the year. I knew exactly who it was for and all the things. The price and the duration, it being a year, came to me one Sunday. And that is what it's priced at. So I had raised it to 1,000, and it might go back up to that point. I don't know when. I don't know how it's going to look, but right now, $500, 12 months of coaching to give you plenty of time to make the changes that you need to make in how you see yourself, how you're showing up, creating your branding photos, all the things. It gives you a whole year access to monthly coaching, style coaching, monthly image coaching, mini capsule wardrobe, where it's not designed for you to totally copy it because your style is not cookie cutter, but it's designed for you to take what I put together and use your style, use your colors that are best for you, and go looking to see what you have in the closet. What can you put together to save you time, to inspire some creativity? Okay, monthly mini capsule wardrobes. There will be shopping links because I know that you're going to ask for them. So there will be shopping links, but you get to go to your closet and think, what can I put together that's going to be on trend and seasonal, because that's what the style capsule wardrobes are going to have. You also, as a bonus, get my style program that's dropping November 1st. It's insane. Come join us inside the Iconic Women Mastermind. It is an elite, wonderful, amazing group of women, and everybody there is just so amazing. I'm so lucky to have them and each other to be able to associate with and mastermind with. Let's think like a style icon, ladies. Find your words. Think about who you are aspiring to kind of stress that muscle a little bit. Build that muscle. Elevate how you're seeing yourself. Making decisions on what to wear by how you're feeling. And show up in your life, number one, and your business, number two, as the style icon that you are. All right. Love you, ladies. Have a great rest of the day. And tomorrow is the first drop of the capsule wardrobe. So keep an eye out for that email for those who are in there. Mwah. Love you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.